The new American dream is upon us. Shall we? Yeah, we shall.
I've lived in a tent for like over a year now. Me and my family have. But we're on our journey of building tiny homes, so hopefully by winter I will be out of a tent.
Alright, the reason I'm in this tent, y'all, it's a choice. What had happened, I went to work and my girl left me with all the money, took half the shit she wanted to take, left my crib open for 5-6 hours. The very next day we had a house lined up. Had a house. We were supposed to move out.
Oh, wait. I just don't understand what you're saying, bro. So let's run it back. Maybe it's just me. I don't understand what you're saying, bro, because hold up. What you saying?
I will be out of a tent.
Alright, the reason I'm in this tent, y'all, it's a choice. What had happened, I went to work and my girl left me with all the money, took half the shit she wanted to take.
Left you with all the money, took half the shit she wanted to what?
Take. Left my crib open for 5-6 hours. The very next day we had a house lined up. Had a house. We were supposed to move out that house. Well, she left me. So I had to pack up and move in the tent. I still got my job.
So, okay, I think what he meant to say was she took half your money and left you the day before you guys were supposed to move into a new crib. If I heard that right. Or at least tried to hear that right. I think he messed up one of those sentences where she left him all the money, but then took half his. That didn't make sense. I think he meant the other way around. Or I think he meant
got a car.
They took both. Whatever.
I have to get a car because my job is 20 minutes away from where I live. Taking the bus don't run on Saturdays and Sundays. I work doubles. You know, this is not a choice I wanted to live in, okay? I can't help that a female left me and took my money and left me in a messed up situation.
All right, that makes sense. Okay, so she left him, took his money, blah, 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 right before they were about to move into a new crib. I mean, did you guys get, like, divorced that fast? Or did she just, like, were you just carrying on cash? Or did she just have your login information and Zelled the money to her account and just ghost? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something seems a little off about that story. If I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Okay.
My landlord found out that I was social media famous. So he tries to extort me. When I tell him no, that's not about to happen, he just says, I'm not going to renew your lease. So fast forward, it's about the end of my lease, so I try to find another place to live. I make all of my money on social media. So that means I don't have regular pay stubs. Try to get a new place to rent, won't take me because I don't have pay stubs. So I try to buy a house.
You know, that's so stupid, bro. Like, the system's so stupid. I guess they just don't want money. But at the end of the day, I get it. It's just to protect. It's their protection or whatnot. But I'm not going to lie. The system be treating, like, self-employed and 1099 people pretty bad when it comes to buying cribs, renting apartments, all that stuff. You got to just do all this extra shit, which I understand because you're more of a risk. But, I mean, really, it's more of a risk, especially these days with all the mass layoffs, to actually be a W-2 person. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, they're both equally rich. So how about you treat us both the fucking same? If we got the requirements, we got the money, and we can pay the rent. If we miss the payment, just kick our ass out. Simple as that. If we can do the down payment, the deposit, all that stuff, then what the hell's the issue?
They won't even start the process because I don't have pay stubs. So I bought a tent.
Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about people living in tents. That's right. People are now starting to live in tents because of the housing crisis.
Hey, that joint kind of clean, though. Look at that joint. This joint kind of clean.
Things just seem to happen in people's lives.
You know, you know what? Shit. Those people probably paying like $24,000 a year just to house themselves. You know, $24,000 a year richer. I mean, not fully, but you're not paying rent. There's other things you got to pay, but at least it's not just rent. So the dog's even comfy too. It don't look too bad, actually, to be honest.
That forced them to choose a different way of living. In this video, people will be sharing with you their experiences on living in tents.
Last year, whoa, she is too cute to be. What the hell? Last year, I stopped trying to fit in and decided to move out of the city and live in a tent surrounded by rainforest. Eventually, build a house with my family. Hold up, what kind of rare unicorn gem are you? Hold up.
will be sharing with you their experiences on living in tents.
Yeah. If there was my type on the screen, it would be right here. Excuse me, guys.
And also telling you
But that's hard.
why they live in tents. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel.
Okay.
This person is asking how we safely
Okay.
lived in tents without anybody breaking into
Okay.
it. For us, we really didn't have to worry about that because it's not like we were living on property with other people. We have our own piece of property and we all live together. Together as in, I mean, we live on the same piece of property, not the same tent. Obviously, we did have safety precautions if something were to happen, but nothing ever happened in the year and a half we lived in tents.
So we've had a lot of people ask us how we're able to live out here since our RV broke down. We had a 36-foot RV that we drove all over the country for about 3.5 years, and then it broke down in August. It's electrical and we're not able to fix it. So how we're able to do it now out here while we try to trade our vehicle for a trailer or like a truck with a trailer situation or van or bus, whatever we decide to do. We're not really sure. So this is how we're doing it now. So our camping, we actually have a propane grill, fire. This is our car. 250 watt solar panels on the roof. This is where the good stuff.
You know, I mean, these people actually are kind of onto something, if you get my drift. You know, if there's one way to really kind of, at least the closest thing to really escaping the Matrix, I mean, we're kind of looking at it. It's intriguing for sure. Because, I mean, do you really need that much to live? Not really. You really don't. And if you're sick and tired of just being over broke, this could be an actual solution if you're about sacrificing a little bit. But at the end of the day, this sacrifice actually in turn would actually get you more freedom. Different strokes for different folks though, right?
Back here, we have two 200 amp hour lithium batteries, LifePro 4. This is our fridge freezer. Hold on. Oh my god, and it works so good. It works so good and uses next to no power. I temporarily have our charge controller and our inverter. It's only a 1500 watt inverter, but we normally have a 4500 watt inverter in our RV. But we didn't need that much power out here because we're not really using air conditioning because we climate chase. So this here, I'm gonna go back out. This here is our tent. It's called a turbo tent, which is clearly the best tent I've ever owned and I've ever seen. It's crazy. So, a little smaller in here, but there's our bed situation. It's stacked up. At nighttime, we put it down.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little... Okay, that other tent was cool. This, not so much worth it. But if you got like an actual structure, let's say at least like 200-300 square foot, maybe even like 150 square feet, you know, you can work with that, you know what I'm saying? But like, this is a little small. This is where, you know, there'd be diminishing law of returns with that. But if you gotta do what you gotta do, still nonetheless, all power to you.
It's hard to keep the floor not dusty because we're in the desert. So that's our food tote, our toilet bucket, and our clothes.
Oh hell
And
no!
under there.
Nah, no. You guys are out in the wilderness, bro. Just go, like, I don't know, dig a hole or something, bro, and shit in that, bro. Like, why would you have a no, sir, no.
Here is our buddy heater, and you see those batteries down there? Those belong to these fans. So we're able to stay cool when we need to, warm when we need to. Whatever we need to do, we're able to do it. So I've had a lot of people asking us questions. He even has a TV. on really good solar days. My goodness, look at my hair. Oh, standing up like crazy. Whatever. We're in the middle of the desert, so who cares? Yeah. So we're actually by the Superstition Mountains. It's beautiful here. So
I had to move out of my house because it was poisoning me, and now I'm living in a tent on my land. So my immediately noticeable symptoms were severe migraines. I was having migraines almost every single day. Then I started to develop really, really severe food allergies. Y'all, I couldn't eat anything. I was having muscle and joint pains, and I was also having vertigo. I would get randomly dizzy all the time, and I was having hot flashes. Like in the middle of the night, I would wake up sweating. I developed alopecia and my hair started to fall out. On top of my hair falling out, I also developed really bad dandruff. Now this next one really scared me. I had memory problems. So out of nowhere, I was unable to recall certain things. Particularly, I was having word finding difficulties.
All right, I think people be sharing a little too much on the internet, bro, for real. But if this is in the United States, and I assume she mold, like what type of mold? Like asbestos? I'm sure that's like the most common mold, or like black mold. Like what type of mold are we talking about? Can you get to that nitty gritty? Since you've revealed almost every other thing, like so if correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if you guys ever lived in an apartment complex or a property that was ran under like a property management company. I mean, how common is it really to have active mold in your residence where you can have such symptoms? Is she just a one-off, or does this happen more often than you would think? You know? Like, just got you thinking.
So I could be looking at my phone and not be able to recall the word. I would be like, this. It was bad. And then more seriously, I passed out twice. Not once, twice. Full on fainted. If I miss anything, I'll put it in the caption. Oh, and I forgot to mention, my mental health went crazy. My anxiety was off the charts, and I developed depression.
It is night 1 in the tent. It is colder than I anticipated, so I'm hoping I can fall asleep and maybe it will get warmer. I just got into the sleeping bag. Yeah. I didn't really prepare for this, but this is what the space looks like. My biggest fear, besides, an axe-wielding man coming to murder me, is a tree branch. That's my, other biggest fear, is a tree branch falling off of the tree and impaling me through the tent. Because, I can't stop that from happening,
I mean, how about you not set up shop in the, I guess it's, why would you set up shop in the woods? Or don't be directly under a tree? Just some food for thought. I mean, if I'm gonna be real, Buddy doesn't seem like the brightest guy on earth, but just some food for thought.
And it's so random. Good night, everyone. I'll see you in the morning for the morning cup of coffee, and maybe I will start a fire, make a little campfire.
Life is hard, and in some cases, the housing crisis has really made life a lot harder for a lot of people. Some people are forced to live.
See, this tent's fire. That's actually fire. But all that other shit, bro. I mean, it's just like absolute last resort, bro. I'll pay the rent, bro. I don't give a shit, bro. Like, you only get one life, bro. I mean, yeah, nah, just let's check out these comments. Sheesh, man. Jeez, oh, beat. This is the new American dream. People are waking up to the Matrix and don't want to live that way. No more, because when you work like a slave, you never have no time for yourself. Since I downsize and live alternately as I do, I have plenty of time to my. Bro, this guy. All right. I don't think this is necessarily a good idea, unless you like absolutely have to. Alright, so you know how I was talking about escaping the Matrix at first? Yeah, escaping the Matrix ain't that easy, because then you gotta worry about other shit. You don't have running water, you don't have electricity. You're out in the wilderness, you're just going backwards on the wheel. You know how we were like reinventing the wheel? Yeah, you're going backwards. And now you gotta worry about wild animals eating your ass alive, or branches falling through your tent and impaling you. So I mean, like, last resort type of thing. Except that you're maybe in this situation, in this tent right here. Except you're in that situation. If you want to save some money, cool, by all means, knock yourself out. But you know what actually be easier than doing all these sacrifices? Making more money. I'll get you guys on the next one, man. Let me know what you guys think about this. The new American dream, I guess, is really to leave America, really. It seems, and yeah, escaping the Matrix ain't so easy. Ain't that easy. There's consequences to that. I'll catch you guys on the next one.